This is a demo for my Sequential Circuits Drumtraks. So I've had the item actually from nearly new. I think I bought it maybe from someone a year after they come out, something like that. About 85, something like that. Anyway, I'll just run through what I've done. Is I've put 3 patterns in, and that's pattern 01, 02 and 03, and they're all each 4 bars. So I'll just play the patterns. And just before I do that, the output is an audio output. There are separate outputs for the instruments. I can see them. I'll do it a bit better later. But this is just like an audio mix out, and that's just going into a guitar amp. So out from the back of the Drumtracks into a guitar amp, so it's not going to be hi-fi. So I'll just go to the pattern 01 and just play so you can hear it working. That'll go to pattern 2 after the 4 bars. Then it'll go to pattern 3. You can cue it up with those back and forward buttons. That's the alternative to putting it in as a song, which I'll do in a minute. So press the stop button. Just run through the things that are working. Kick drum, snare, rim, tom, crash, ride, closed hi-hat, open, claps, tambourine, cowbell, cabassa. All of those can be tuned and the volume adjusted. And each of these channels, channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, they've got separate outputs on the back, so you can get a lot more control over the actual balance. What we'll do is we'll just play that again, cycle through those patterns. Obviously you can put any pattern in you like, and then I'll show you how to save the data using the cassette output. I'll just play them through again. So we're at 01, press the start, and you can control that with a foot pedal. Okay, so we'll just play through those patterns. So we're going to have 01, then I can cue it up for 02 and 03 as we go. Q02, they're 4 bar patterns each. 02 coming in now. And the Q03, that'll come in after 4 bars. Last bar. In this example is a bit of everything. Okay, so I'll get it ready for the saving onto a cassette and load your data. Back of the machine, there's a, let's see if it'll focus up. Come on. There's a cassette in and a cassette out. I don't know if you can see that, and that's also the time code in and out. But we're just doing the cassette save. So those leads is going to. I'm not using the cassette tape. I'm using the Adore Logic Pro X, and the cassette out goes to the audio input, and the that's recording the program onto Logic. That's saving the program. When you want to reload it from Logic, it goes to the output through the interface, UR22 computer interface, and then back into the cassette in on the back of the Drumtracks. So we'll just get a track ready at Logic. So I don't know if you can see that. It's going to be save Drumtracks 02. You should put Logic or your cassette recorder into record first. So we do that, and then so you press song select and then save. That will save it either to a cassette player or in this case to a DAW. I'm monitoring this from the computer, so when we come to replay it, we need to monitor it from the UR22, so the signal goes back to the Drumtracks. Just do that. So in Logic, preferences, audio, output device, UR22. So now it will come, when I replay it and set Drumtracks up, it will go to it basically. So put the playhead back. Yeah, we put it into load mode now. We've saved it onto Logic as an audio track, mono track, in and out. And when you want to reload the program, go song select and load, and then start playing the Logic. You won't hear anything because of the way it's monitored. So it's plugged straight into the UR22 interface from the computer, and then the output, the line out, goes to cassette in on the back of the Drumtracks. So the red light means it's sort of loading, waiting for it, and then that light will go out if it's successful. So that's it. So that's the end of the program, and the light went out. So that's now saved that. Play at the Drumtracks. You notice that the display is 00, and when I press the play button, nothing's happening because there's nothing programmed into that. Use the controls, and we're back at the patterns we had. So what I'm going to do now is delete those three patterns, 01, 02 and 03, reload it so you can see that it reloads. So I'll just delete those. Pattern 01. Go to erase pattern and just put the number in. 01. Just deleted that. And erase pattern 02. And erase pattern 03. So if we play it now, let's put it on 01. If we play it, there isn't anything. Move to 02, isn't anything. Move to 03, there isn't anything. So now we do the cassette load again. So we've still got it all plugged in. So we'll move the Logic playhead back to the beginning. the Drumtracks, song mode, load, start playing Logic or your cassette, whatever you've done it. And that's playing, but we're not hearing it because the way I've got it monitored, I've got no output from the UR22 to speakers or anything like that. So we're waiting for it on the load, and when it's finished loading, that red light will go out. If it flashes, there's an error, and the manual tells you what to do in those circumstances. It might be like your levels, you know, how much signal you're sending back to the Drumtracks, but that's going to go out. Stop Logic. So now, when we go to that pattern 01 and press play, we got the patterns that we originally put in but deleted. Cue it up for pattern 2. These are 4-bar patterns. Cue it up for the pattern 3. Okay, operation manual, little bit kind of, you know, finger worn, but it's pretty comprehensive actually, and everything's fairly simple on it, but it explains anything in detail. You know, you see your time codes if you're syncing to other instruments, how to do that. You've got 24, 48 and 96 clicks per beat, so you can sync in with more or less anything. And I've also got, that's because that manual's touching some of the buttons, I've also got the original cassette with the factory sort of default you know, like demo program, but I can't play that because I haven't got a cassette player, but I'll put it through my portable, but it's unfortunately it's not very good, so it's wobbling, so it's not giving me a good signal like the signal we got when we done it to the door. But the cassette's working, just needs a decent cassette player to actually operate. But it's basically just a set of patterns anyway. Okay, so we were going to do putting those 3 4-bar patterns, that's pattern 01, 02 and 03 into a song. Going to build a song, go into the song mode and give it a number, 22, then into the build. I'm going to put pattern 01 in first. I think it's enter actually, enter 01, enter 02, enter 03, enter back to 01. Each of these is 4 bars. I think you put 99 in as an end because it hasn't got anything in 99. Let's give that a play. So it's 4 lots of 4 bars. That's the second lot. Back to the first one. That's the basics on building a song, and it stopped because we put that 99 in, which never has anything in, but it can bring it to a stop. Okay, so if we now go back to the build mode and choose, actually you should be able to do that, 04, which is empty when you play it, I think. So go. Yeah, it just blinks. So let's just record a pattern, because we haven't done that, have we? So put it into record mode. Actually, first of all, we'll tell it how many bars we want. So let's say we want 4 bars. Number of measures, 4. Then into record mode, press the run. So at 4 bars, we could play any time, but we use that 4 bars as a count. Stop. So it's basically overdubbing, and you can erase each of those voices. You just kind of set that pattern mode into, you can either erase the whole pattern, or you can erase the actual instrument. You need to be in the record mode to do that. Let's have a look. So you've got total control over what you're doing. Yeah, let's just give that a play. So we've more or less used everything there. Just basically so you see it's all working really. Got your master volume. And that metronome, that's got a separate output as well. So I think we've covered everything. Perhaps the tempo buttons weren't really done. I think we've used everything on it, actually. Okay, thank you very much. We'll go over the tunings and volumes a little bit better than I've done it before. So let's say for instance you're on the snare. You can tune it, you've got the tuning knob there. So whatever one you're pressing is the one that's going to be affected. Ride. That's the same. Flaps. Tambourine. Cowbell. Cabessa. And you've got the same control over the volume of everything. Kick drum. That affects like the mix because we've just got the audio out mix into a guitar amp in this case, but each of these channels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all got separate outputs. So obviously you can do, if you've got a mixer, you can do the control from there. You can do the volume and the tuning to you know, all the instruments there, and just on the tempo. So we just get a pattern. Tempo control, slower or faster. Continuing with the Drumtracks demo, I've hooked it up with a DX7, MIDI out on the DX7 to MIDI in, see if we can see some of that, to MIDI in on the Drumtracks, and basically so you can play your data in from the keyboard. And one of the good things about this is it's kind of touch sensitive, so hit it softer, hit it harder. This is playing the Drumtracks voices. And you can record that, you know, just like you'd normally record a pattern, and you can get those dynamics in. So to just set this up for 4 bars, let's just make sure we delete anything that's in there already. So we're doing it on pattern number 10, so we deleted that. So we go into record and we'll give it 4 measures. I've turned the metronome down, you still hear it, but into the on pattern 10. Basically, let's stop it. Basically, that's all the voices in the Drumtracks can be played from a keyboard, MIDI keyboard, and as I say, it allows for the dynamics. So just play it back. It's probably a bit nonsense, but we'll play it. Just to verify the, you know, we've done most buttons and functions, so just to verify that these all these work. So 10, 11, 12. So all them buttons are working. That's just really to verify that.